Welcome back, everyone. It's Sunday Sit Down Time. I'm joined today by Karen Steger, who's a lead editor at Rock M Nation. Karen, you write a lot about gymnastics and softball. We're definitely trying to draw more attention to that gymnastics team. Heck of a season they've had. Just talk a little bit about recapping it.
Amazing. First of all, if you have never been to a gymnastics meet, just incredible. Like, the energy is amazing. It's fast. You're not sitting there wondering what's going on. But this was my first season covering gymnastics, my first season like really getting involved in it. But, got obsessed with it now. Like, I can't get enough. So they had a great season. You know, it just ended at in the regional finals, you know, and they finished third behind UCLA and Utah. But the thing, like, where people think maybe perhaps it didn't go that well, they had their highest score in the regional finals. They technically would have had to have had their best score ever to even have a chance to beat UCLA or Utah. So I don't think that it's anything to like hang your head on. I think that they had a wonderful season. Elisa Sharametta qualified for individuals in the beam. I think she had like a 9.95. So she'll participate, I think, at the end of the month in nationals. So I think that it was a great season. I mean, knocking off ranked opponents, watching them beat Alabama and Auburn and score their team high score. And Arkansas just was, it was great.
We have a lot of young talent. Obviously, Jocelyn Moore. I feel like everybody was kind of watching her at some point this season. We saw the perfect 10 that she had. But we also saw a lot of announcements this week that some fifth-year seniors are coming back for another season. Just how important do you think that is for this team?
I think it's great, especially with Sienna Schreiber. She was one of the only ones that consistently did the all-around competition for Mizzou. So having her come back, I think, is going to be huge. Holland Patrick, who I believe mostly did beam, I believe. She'll be back as well. Unfortunately, they won't have Helen Hu back. She medically retired, but there is a lot of young talent besides Jocelyn, who should have gotten a 10 way more often than she did. They have Amari Celestine back. Addison Lawrence, who was like one of the top beam performers. She was only a freshman this year. So there's just a lot to be hopeful for their future.
With all of these returners, I feel like we're just kind of putting Mizzou gymnastics on the map. Do you see a legacy being built by Shannon Walker right now?
Definitely. It just seems like it keeps getting better and better each year. Like, I know that last year they finished this season 5th, and they were 14th this year. They were 14th the year before that, and it just seems like they just keep going up and up every year. And I think it's kind of like, who would have thought, but Mizzou Gymnastics may be like a destination for people to go because they see how great it's going.
Well, like she said, if you haven't got out to watch Mizzou Gymnastics, make sure to try to get to the Hearn Center sometime next year. Let's transition to what's happening right now, softball. We just saw this past series in LSU. They had one good game. The other two, not so much. Overall, 3-12 in the SEC so far this season. I think 3 more conference series to go. Just where do we see the season going from here?
I think that the hardest part of the conference season is probably over at this point. Like, they had mentioned it on some broadcasts, I know, that they are just facing like the hardest pitchers every single series. Like, it's hard to beat a Montana Fouts, a Maddie Pinto. They showed on Thursday that they could beat someone who, 2 pitchers from LSU who have sub 2.0 ERAs. But I do think it is going to get a little bit lighter in the schedule for them, and if they can beat all of the out-of-conference opponents that they have left and then pick up, maybe sweep Ole Miss this coming weekend or something like that, then I think that they can get back into it.
We've talked a little bit, I know, at outings of games here. Lauren Krings has had a heck of a season, but her bats, they've been falling a little bit. We have Laird and Honnold at the top that we know they're pretty much usually going to get on, but the bottom of the order has been struggling. Just where do you think they need to turn it around down there?
I think like Coach had said previously to us, it's about their lack of experience, I think. So the more that they're out there playing together, the more that they spend time with the team, I think it's going to get better. I do think that even though they lost, 2 out of the 3 games to LSU, you could see some development. Maddie Gallagher had a great great game on today, not today.
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
She's been playing well. Katie Chester's only a freshman. She seems to have cemented herself as the first base person now. She's been playing really well. She's also run into a lot of bad luck where she hits the ball hard, but she hits it like right at someone. So at some point, those will drop. I think that she's been doing very well. I feel like they can always count on Shantice Phillips, who was not a regular participant as much last year.
That Alabama game, she came up big in that one.
Yeah, it seems like when nobody else is able to really get it going, she is. And then, like, we still see really good things from Cara Daly. We see good things at times from Julia Crenshaw. Like, I think that there is improvement there, and I do think that they will get it together.
With the inexperience, do you think the main thing that they have to lean on is still on the mound?
Probably, and we'll hope that outside of the 2 games this weekend that it'll get back to better pitching than they've had. I'm anxious to see what Sierra Harrison does. I feel like we haven't really seen her very much recently.
In the midweeks, we've seen her.
Yeah, time to throw her into the SEC play, I feel like. But Taylor Pinnell is just a freshman. She pitched the whole weekend, did very well, I thought. So the arms are there. Now we just got to back them up with some run support.
Before the season, did we kind of figure that it was going to be a rebuilding year for the softball team? They did lose a heck of a lot of talent last year.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know if I thought there was going to be as much drop off. But then, like, as coaches told us, they don't have a lot of experience playing together. A lot of them don't have many at-bats. I mean, aside from Jenna Laird or Alex Honnold, like, Cara Daly played all the time last season, but she was just a freshman last year. So I feel like them playing more together is just going to help get it going.
Karen, thank you so much for coming on. I know it's your first time. Well, thanks again, and everybody at home, we'll have more after the break.